To win this signed DVD, log on to thestudentpocketguide.com now.
We should start off by talking about your stand-up show.
Yeah.
Throwing cheeseballs at a dog.
No, you were right first time. It's firing cheeseballs at a dog.
Is it? Oh, I've written that down wrong. Yeah, okay, well, here we go. Firing cheeseballs at a dog. Sounds like a very dodgy metaphor, but it is actually true.
It is actually. It's just literal, yeah. I just did fire some cheeseballs at a dog, yeah. That's what I did.
How did that come about? Because that's not an everyday occurrence, is it?
I was on a mountain with Marek Larwood, who I used to be in a sketch group with, my mate, and there was a dog in our way. He was blocking the path of our hire car, and I had a big bag of cheeseballs, and Marek had a catapult, so we just fired them in the dog's face. That's probably one of the reasons that the whole story stuck in my head, really, is that the dog just didn't give a shit. It's a really strange reaction from him. There were just cheeseballs bouncing off his head, and he couldn't be less interested. It was really weird.
Not a care in the world.
No. I mean, it's almost like it wasn't happening. It was almost like he was in denial.
Got to start off as well. Beautiful DVD cover, I must say.
Well, do you know what? You want to show it to the camera? So
yeah, go on then. Here we go.
There it is. It's just something for the girls. When you're putting a show together, you want to try and make people laugh. That's the prime. Oh, someone's here for me. Looks like Dr. Showbiz is on. 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Okay.
That's very precise.
Can you be a little bit more accurate with your?
81 now.
8. Okay.
81 because you've been fucking
Okay.
about with the 9 seconds.
I'll just finish this. The primary objective of releasing a DVD is to be funny. You know, it's a comedy gig, but you've got to look after the girls as well. You've got to give the girls something. So that's just my little gift to them. That picture.
Sexually charged.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Which for
I'll be back once I've got this fucking bell end on.
So the length of the tour, Greg.
Yes.
It started in 2010.
It did, didn't it? Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. Me and my management booked in 40 dates originally, and that would have all been over some months ago. But then people came to it, you know, much to my great surprise. So I thought we'd just do some more. So I've ended up doing 120, I think, something ridiculous like that.
I've always felt with like comedy, it's always quite open. Like there's always personal stories and references to family and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, like how do you feel, you know, talking about stories and your family in such a context?
Well, I feel fine about it because you know, my family have always really made me laugh. You know, we've always had a really great laugh together. So it seemed like an obvious starting point for my first full show. Really, is to talk about the fun that we had together. I think a lot of people think I perhaps go too far and, you know, I say dreadfully rude things about my parents, but they're in on it. They're in on the joke, you know. They're quite happy for me to say whatever. So, no, I'm really pleased to be talking about them. It's quite nice. It's quite comforting to be talking about the people you know, like wishing to be cheesy, the people you care about the most. It's nice to be continually every night sort of banging on about them. Yeah, it's nice.
So obviously the Inbetweeners movie, massive success this year.
Yes, it really enormous, amazing. I mean, we all expected people to go and see it because the series was so popular, but for it to be as big a box office success as it was, incredible and great. And you know, well done the writers. It's thoroughly deserved. I think they've done a great job writing it.
Did you ever expect to appear on a film?
No,
a blockbuster film as well as that. It really has been a hit.
I never expected to sit in a cinema and to watch my stupid fat face. So it's a real novelty and really great. Even though I'm, you know, only in the film. I would say there's a scene in the film that got cut. A scene of mine that got cut that is in the extended version of the DVD, which is so disgusting. So disgusting. If you think I look revolting on the front of that DVD cover, you should see that. Well, if you see that extended version of the film, you'll realise the true horror. Yeah.
Can we get any more details, or are you leaving it as that?
No, I'll leave it as a surprise for you, but it's not pretty. Don't be eating when you watch it.
I was thinking, you don't have with no offence here, Mr Gilbert does not have a huge role within the movie.
No, tiny, yeah.
But I was thinking, if there was to be, say, a Mr Gilbert the movie,
yeah,
and you were to direct it,
yeah,
how would it go?
How would it go? I don't know. With someone like you know, I'm really fond of Mr Gilbert, but at the end of the day, he is a psychopath. You know, he is a lunatic. And don't get me wrong, when I was a real teacher, I taught with people who were just as disturbing. But you get the feeling with. The question is, if with a character like that, he just comes in and acts like a psychopath every now and again. If you extend it, where do you take him? You know.
You have said before, you as a teacher, you were nothing like Mr Gilbert.
No, I kind of. That's one of the reasons why I play him the way I play him. I think, apart from the obvious, the lines. You know, the reason I bring that hatred of children is because I was always envious of those teachers who could walk into a room and everyone would just go. Because I was never one of those teachers, you know. I used to have to come in and dance about and scream to get them to shut up.
Demanding respect.
Yeah. Begging for respect. Whereas, yeah, that sort of going arch and eyebrow, everyone goes quiet. But I taught with loads of teachers like that who were amazing at just going in and going, right, silence, amazing.
Can you remember the angriest you've ever been with a pupil?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I chased a pupil across... I chased a pupil through the school. Terrible, isn't it? A 6'8" man chasing a 15-year-old boy he was, chasing him through the school. I don't know what I expected to do when I caught him, if I caught him as well. Fortunately, he was faster than me. And I was running across the playground after him. And I remember thinking, well, I don't care what happens, I'm going after him, because he'd wound me up so much. And I realised the whole school was watching. The school was surrounding the playground and they were all standing up looking out. So I sort of went down to a trot and then really slowly turned around. It was a humiliating climb down.
What did he do?
It was a boy who I've seen since, who's now well into his 20s and who was thoroughly charming when I met him after that incident as an adult. I was telling him off because he'd been really rude to another teacher. And while I was telling him off, he was doing this. And I went, please stop doing that. He didn't stop doing it, and then that's when the chase happened. He's a nice lad.
I suppose it's quite an unexpected transition to go from being a teacher to a stand-up comedian.
Well, it is, yeah. Go on, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, in some aspects, like, you still have to... almost like demand the attention of, you know, who you're talking to. Like, you know, you have a classroom in front of you.
Yeah.
Same as, you know, as you're a comedian, you got a whole audience to connect with almost. But it's not two professions you'd instantly put together.
No, but there are a lot of similarities, you know, like you know, commanding the attention of a room full of people who aren't necessarily going to do what you want. You know, it's not that far between when you're on the club circuit.
Yeah.
You know, and people don't know who you are. It's not that far from being a teacher. It really isn't. So I think I was given a really unfair advantage, really, in a way, because I was used to just getting people to be quiet. Yeah. So
what was the when was the defining moment then? What was it? How did you go from one to one?
I was 33, so I was really old to start, and I was going out with a really practical, pragmatic Australian PE teacher. She was my girlfriend at the time.
Very nice PE teacher.
Yeah, no, I was batting way above my average, and she just turned around to me one day and went, "Why do you just stop going on about wanting to be a comedian? Just go and be one." And I thought, oh, yeah, maybe I should just go and be one. So it was her, really. She just sort of common sensed me into it. Yeah.
Did you? I think in my research that I did today, you went to a stand-up. Was it a stand-up class or a stand-up school or something?
I applied to a course. It was a brief stand-up course. It's still going. It's not brief as in how long it lasted. It's still going now. It's run by a brilliant bloke called Logan Murray. And it was like 11 weeks, once a week, sort of trying ideas out with a group of other people who were sort of half dabbling with stand-up. So it was a great place to start, you know. It's a great place to start messing about and trying your ideas out, yeah.
Cool. Obviously, it's propelled you onto sort of like the national television scene. You've been on countless panel shows.
I have, recently, particularly I have, yeah.
Have you had any particular favourites, so to speak?
Well, I was a regular on Rod Gilbert's panel show, Ask Rod Gilbert. So, you know, it was nice being a regular, being on it every week. And Rod and Lloyd are good mates of mine, so it was nice to be with people I knew really well.
You went to Nepal with Rod Gilbert.
Yeah, I did.
Quite a strange concept for a programme. Was it World's Most Dangerous Roads? Yeah.
Sending 2 comedians up a deadly path.
Yeah,
it was great fun though.
Yeah. Did you take much from the experience?
Yeah, it was amazing. One of the most amazing things. And if you saw it, you'll have seen me say that I didn't travel when I should have. When I was your age, I should have done all that business, and I didn't. So it was like catching up. It was amazing, actually. Yeah, I felt like a wide-eyed sort of teenager running around. Yeah,
vastly different culture as well.
God, shocking, and all the cliches are true. You know, it's such a poor country, and they're all so much happier than us. It's amazing. Yeah, but I loved that. I loved doing Ask Rod. And I got to host Nevermind the Buzzcocks recently.
Just about to say, you ruined Tinchy Strider. Absolutely ruined him.
I did not. Me and Tinchy are tight, man.
I watched it, and I'm being genuine here. I creased on my sofa at home. I was thinking, oh, God.
Oh, I love it. I afterwards, me and Tinchy, me and Tinchy were sound. I thought he was great fun, and he did the best joke of the whole show as well. About my age, when I said, "How old do you think I am?" and he said, "I think you're about a Range Rover." It's the best joke of the show. So.
And you've got the Royal Variety performance coming up in a matter of a few days. Yeah, how are you prepared for that?
Well, as prepared as you ever are for these massive gigs. It's a massive gig, the Royal Variety, and it's the only gig that will convince my parents I've got a real job. So if I mess it up. It's back to square one. That's very exciting, but petrifying.
James Aldridge, he asks, are you more interested in sketches or stand-up?
I think I'm not more interested in one or the other. I think if you've always wanted to do something, like I had always wanted to do comedy, and you come into it late, and you suddenly get a chance to do the thing you always hoped you would do, you want to get every single slice of the cake and ram it all in your fat face at once. So I love sketch comedy, I love narrative, which I'm writing a narrative at the moment, and I love stand-up. So, it's all bloody marvellous, it is.